A very early good morning.
And good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are from right now. We are live here for the launch of Rocket Lab's Electron rocket here, as we are just preparing for the final minutes before the launch. And everything is still going as planned for today's launch. Fueling has actually started about an hour ago, and here are the commentators for Rocket Lab themselves, as you can see. But we are gonna do the commentary here. So we are looking at a live shot, or now we're looking at a live shot of the live pad here as we're preparing for the launch of Electron here. Today's payload is actually OroraTech. The mission is called Finding Hot Wildfires Near You. So, interesting name and a fantastic payload for today. We are about, let me see, wow. Let me check real quick. Why is the countdown not appearing? Have we forgot to put a countdown somewhere? I guess we did. And we should see it now. There we have it, a countdown as we prepare for the launch of the Electron rocket here. OroraTech is launching on today's mission, and interesting mission name, Finding Hot Wildfires for you. So later today we're also having a Long March 3B launch, which the boys might be out there. I have no idea. At least some are out in New Zealand. At least that's a good thing. So today's launch of Electron will be the 5th mission of 2025 and the 63rd mission overall. So now we're watching a video from OroraTech.
A real commercial product with our own constellation. 8 satellites in total. We're starting to deliver like our real-time fire service for the first time to customers, and this is like pretty exciting for us.
And now was the time where we wanted to scale up. So not only having one system for trying out, but now having 8 systems in space that are actually used by people all over the world in order to detect wildfires and to make the world a bit of a better place, so reducing the amount of massive wildfires.
I'm feeling great. So many things coming together with OTC Plan 1 launching finally. So with putting a total number of 8 satellites, a constellation out there, and if you realize that up to date we only have 16 satellites in total globally doing fire monitoring, and we couldn't put 8 in one spot in the afternoon where there is no data. So there is a spot in the afternoon where most of fires peak and most of fires start, and also in the night we do have a problem in fire management where there's no remote sensing data at all, and we're going to put these 8 satellites exactly in that spot and serve our customers for the first time with this critical data where there is no other data.
That's where most of the action happens. That's where the fires roar the biggest, and also in the night when they start their shifts in the very early morning, talking about like 5 o'clock, they need data so they know where they want to tackle next, what they want to do, and how they want to attack the fire. And that's something with our first constellation and with WFS Pro we're going to start to deliver.
I'll give you one example. You should imagine regular people, foresters, using our modeling on their mobile phones in the field to calculate where fires are spreading in real time, and using real-time data from space and connecting that world, the regular people, all of us, to space data seamlessly. That's the job we're doing. So that's ultimately, it's not about the satellites. Satellites are nice, satellites are important to get the data, but the real thing going on here at OroraTech is the connection to the end user.
Building up a system that is easily accessible for them, that when they're out in the field, that they can get notifications on their smartphone, that they can have all the relevant information in one system, so they're opening the map, they have all the information that they need, and assisted by a lot of other sources that are available that we brought together and made it easily accessible to our customers.
Obviously, it's a lot of sweat and hard work to pull that off. I'm also proud of our partners Spire and Rocket Lab in this. So I think it takes a lot to pull this together.
We have been working together with Spire in order to make this full constellation possible.
Spire is proud to support companies like OroraTech and others around the world in scaling their constellations, particularly for climate change applications. Spire has built over 200 satellites for its own constellation and for their customers, and we're extremely proud to help OroraTech do the same.
We are working together very closely, and we are very happy to have Spire on board this mission and making this a great success and bring up the very first wildfire detection satellite constellation.
OroraTech's expertise is focusing on the payload and their data processing to detect wildfires with low latency. Spire's expertise is focusing on the satellite and the manufacturing to get assets to orbit quickly and reliably. Spire is happy to partner with OroraTech on this mission.
Yeah, so that was such an amazing experience building this.
To see that vibe and the force, the sheer force happening here to change things, that's really energizing. That energizes me every day.
I think bringing this live has been an extraordinary challenge, and an extraordinary challenge that we were only able to master because we have one of the greatest team in the world.
Yeah, I want to say thank you all for supporting us. Thank you to the team for this effort, and Godspeed OTC Plane 1. I'm really looking forward to the launch.
Thanks, Mark. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, T-minus.
And welcome back to the launch. We are about coming up to T-minus 13 minutes until the liftoff of Electron and their OroraTech satellites. So you heard earlier that OroraTech is gonna help monitor wildfires 24/7 globally. So, and that is a very important factor for many things, so we can detect more easily where the wildfires are exactly, which is very important. And the company hopes to expand their constellation with up to 100 satellites in total by 2028. The mission will deploy its latest plane of satellites called OTCP-1 to the current constellation, further expanding OroraTech's capabilities. So it is of course very important for the responders, governments and industry partners. I think we're having a go no go poll here, so let's listen in.
Mission proceeding with the go no go sequence. Stage
Stages go.
avionics,
Avionics is go.
GNC,
GNC's go.
VCon, VCon is go. T1,
T1 is go.
GC,
GC is go.
PLS,
PLS is go.
RSO,
RSO is go.
MET,
MET is go.
MM,
MM is go.
and LDSUP.
LDSUP is go.
Okay, that concludes the go no go sequence. We are T-minus 11 minutes, 19 seconds and counting. We are go for terminal count auto sequence at T-minus 10 minutes, and from this time, the 3-word procedure is in effect.
With confirmation, we are go for flight. Lovely to hear, of course. So about 10 minutes, just under 11 minutes until the launch here. And we can see we are go for flights for Electron here.
Standing at 18 meters tall with a 1.2 meter diameter, Electron is light enough to be rolled out by hand to the launch pad from its hangar. At a dry weight of just over 1 ton, Electron weighs up to 13 times that of the Chinese ready to launch.
So today's rocket Electron will be launching from Pad B in New Zealand. And it will be, the trajectory will be southwest for this mission. And of course, this is the 63rd mission of Electron and Rocket Lab itself, and the 5th mission of 2025. I've seen that they have launched more often, which is kind of interesting. So they can launch more and more small satellites into space, which is very good. I think the 2 pads, the launch complex 1A and 1B, are very effective to launch more and more satellites into space, which is very good and interesting. So we're 9 minutes 35 seconds before the launch here. Let's actually have a listen to Rocket Lab commentary.
While a single Rutherford engine with a larger nozzle is what powers Electron's Stage 2.
The platform that the satellites are attached to on Electron is called the kick stage. It sits on top of Electron Stage 2 and is the final piece of the rocket puzzle that is separated in space. It's powered by a smaller engine of its own kind called Curie. And this little engine is highly versatile and is used not only to precisely position satellites on orbit, but also to change the position of the kick stage and perform a deorbit maneuver that can reduce its lifetime in space to help minimize space junk. It is also 3D printed, and it can be operated autonomously without constant control from the ground, which makes it great for missions that are deployed outside of a ground station's range. Now, after today's launch, the kick stage's deployment count will rise to 224 satellites delivered to orbit from across 63 missions in total. Our rocket is a leader in the launch industry, with its capabilities put to good use by small satellite missions like today's that require a regular, reliable, and precise ride to space.
Closer to Earth, there are even more missions our rocket serves below the Kármán line. We build, launch, and operate a version of Electron called HASTE, which we converted into a suborbital rocket for testing research payloads and at hypersonic speeds. With several more of these missions booked to launch from American soil in the next few months and years, it's about time we showcased HASTE in a bit more detail. Check it out.
Hypersonic velocities are anything above Mach 5. You think about a commercial airline, that's subsonic, which means slower than the speed of sound. You've got supersonic, which is the range in between, faster than the speed of sound up to about Mach 5, and then Mach 5 is above that, so think faster than the fastest fighter jet you know about. Starting a couple years ago, the Secretary of Defense said there's a problem. We need more affordable and higher cadence hypersonic test flight. We said, we have an orbital launch vehicle that's already flying once a month, and came up with the idea for HASTE. HASTE is an acronym that stands for Hypersonic Accelerator Suborbital Test Electron. The beauty of HASTE is that it leverages all of the good stuff of what an Electron is. From Stage 2 down, we pull one off of the production line. We tailor our Stage 3, which is a kick stage, for that reentry condition, very precise tip-off requirements, and a variety of exit velocities. So it's all of the good, it's the high cadence, the affordability, tailored for those very unique applications. So that's the beauty of using a liquid-fueled launch vehicle like HASTE. The heritage systems have all been solid-fueled bottle rockets. You light them and they go. You get fractions of a second of relevant hypersonic test environment. Here, we can throttle, we can gimbal, so we can achieve everything from a direct inject trajectory, a boost glide trajectory, which is called depressed, or more of a parabolic re-entry kind of trajectory, all with one launch vehicle. With HASTE, we've already launched 3 times, and we have many more in the hopper this year and next year for the programs MACH-TB, Missile Defense Agency, and some other industry partners. We've done a variety of trajectories already, and we've achieved our cadence. Truly, I don't think there's ever been something like this in the past. You've either spent hundreds of $millions on a test platform that launches maybe once or twice a year and doesn't quite get you what you need, or they're too small. They're sounding rockets, and you get fractions of a second of relevant test environment. But we can do it all on one platform at a commercial price and cadence. I don't think anything's ever existed like it.
Alright, welcome back to the launch coverage. As you may have seen, HASTE, suborbital Electron program, is it's a very interesting program. Of course, we hope to stream every launch of that as well via media form. But about the HASTE program, it primarily launches in Wallops. The rocket program, the rocket itself, HASTE launches, the Electron rocket launches most in, for the, never mind, I completely lost it, brain error. Sorry for that. But about the Stromback, by the way, it seems that it is already retracted, preparing for the liftoff, which is very good news. So we should be 4 minutes and 50 minutes away, and we should finish propellant load soon. So coming up right now, 4 minutes. We're just listening into comms here. We are ready for the launch, at least just under 4 minutes until the launch here. Let me see if I have any updates about the other launch later today. Long March 3B rocket launching from the Xishang Satellite Launch Center. So, just looking if we have any updates of that. If not, then no, but I'm just... It seems that everything is go for Long March as well, and everything is go for the Rocket Lab Electron launch. So
Confirm all flight computer ASGOs are green.
All ASCOs are green.
And all stations, we are go for auto sequence start at T-minus 2 minutes. LD is go for launch.
alright, LD go for launch. This is very good news for the preparation of today's liftoff. We will not be showing any more boys feed here as they are on recording only mode.
The vehicle is fully on internal power. AFTS is screen and above flight.
So
the vehicle is fully on internal power. AFTS is green and above for flight.
Alright, we are go for launch here. Everything is ready for flight. So, going up to that 1 minute in about 40 seconds. Now is the time 1 minute and 30
Lock
seconds.
slot is complete. System is in recirculation.
Lock slot is complete, and we saw something from the bottom there, so we are now go for the launch as we're preparing for the liftoff. Oh my god. Alright. 1 minute.
Anti-geysering is disabled.
Alright, we're go for launch here. Just under a minute until the launch.
Stage 1 and Stage 2 tanks are pressed for flight.
High flow engine purge enabled.
Alright. Alright. 25 seconds. Here we go.
T minus 20 seconds and counting.
20 seconds, here we go.
10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff of Electron with OroraTech. Awesome launch there.
Stage 1. Alright, liftoff for Electron's at 63.
Stage 1, propulsion nominal.
Now,
Alright, 35 seconds. What a launch there. Successful launch. So... Alright, what an awesome launch. Just coming up to 1 minute after the launch. Awesome launch just taking place.
Cleared max Q.
Awesome, very good confirmation there. So, in about a few moments, we should see Miko manage cutoff and stage separation. And that is a very critical point on this mission. So, what a launch so far. You heard amazing launch, saw amazing launch. And we should see that happen in a few moments' time.
Seconds.
$15 seconds to staging.
Alright, here we go.
Entered burnout detect mode.
Burnout detect mode.
Miko confirmed.
Miko.
Stage separation confirmed.
Stage separation.
Stage 2 ignition confirmed.
Engine ignited successfully. And that was an amazing camera feed from Electron rocket. Onboard camera.
Fairing jettison confirmed.
And fairing jettison. No footage of that. And no glimpse of it as well. So, amazing launch still so far. Very good job from the team. We should see in a few minutes time the battery jettison, which you're seeing on the right side of the screen. That big battery looking thing, that is a battery, and that will be deploying, that will be jettisoned in a few minutes time here. Everything is still going well so far. And
Hij moest de 16 goed hebben. Hij had de 16. Als je alle 16 goed? Nou, er zijn Electrons, the second stage is continuing.
So, the rocket is still on its way to orbit here. And oh, there are the other commentators of Rocket Lab.
Dat gaat het om, papa. I had to tell the girl the whole composition story,
battery discharging and approaching hot swap, both of which are called out to packs and second stage. Those batteries are keeping the mission moving as they power that you
So, we see the second stage still on its way to orbit here. Let's actually listen in to commentators here. I am realizing the launch is in about 10 minutes, Chinese Long March 3B launch. So, I hope to get things going. So we'll end here the coverage here in a few minutes time to transfer to the Long March 3B coverage planned in about 20 minutes.
HUB discharge, holding nominal, approaching hot swap in roughly 30 seconds.
Alright, we should see...
Throttling down.
Throttling down here. Very interesting. Oh...
Battery jettison confirmed.
Alright, battery jettison. Oh, I'm realizing the camera feed is
There we go. That is battery hot swap confirmed from what we heard and have seen just now. The mission is continuing nominally along its trajectory, now past 200 kilometers in altitude and getting close to its required orbital speed of around 27,000 kilometers an hour.
Some info from the commentators there.
AFT.
So after kick stage separation, we will be ending the coverage here. You can watch further on Rocket Lab. We are going to cover the Long March 3B launch here, which is set to launch in about 15 minutes or so.
Als je dat op je gezicht trekt, dan echt heel snel. En je haalt het en je haalt het.
Seems no footage on the yin or anywhere here. Just looking into the stuff here. Let me see here. What? Oh, god damn it. Sorry.
Zit met een lijstje te maken.
Let's looking into...
Oh, schat, je gaat een lijstje maken.
Entered burnout detect mode.
Guidance is in terminal, 20 seconds remaining.
So, 20 seconds remaining here. And... until the kick stage. Oh, Seco and kick stage separation. So, we should see that in a few seconds.
Seco confirmed.
At Seco. And there we have it, Seco confirmed. And it seems we're having kick stage, or kick stage has separated as well. which is going to conclude our coverage here. Thank you so much for watching today's coverage of the Electron mission here. It seems we had a successful kickstage separation, and this will conclude it for us. So if you want to see the long stream relaunch, head over to the other channel, or the other channel, to the other live stream here, because I will be there shortly in a few seconds. So until then, yeah, have a nice day.